These are codes. Oh yeah, Unified Minds codes. That's what those are. Got to get all of those scanned in, and we are going to be emailing those out tomorrow, today and tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to be emailing out to everybody who pre-ordered Unified Minds codes so that they're ready for the set drop on Thursday. Thursday is really exciting because I'm going to be streaming all day. Literally going to be a marathon stream from when we pretty much get started here, like early 10 a.m. And then we're going to stream all the way till like late at night, probably 10 to 10. Yeah, just wire to wire. Do like something like that. So some crazy like 10, 12-hour marathon stream on Thursday. We're going to crack like probably somewhere in the ballpark of 300 codes ourselves. And then we are probably, I'm going to say we're going to have, I believe, Sean helping to email out codes. So if you place pre-orders during the stream on Thursday for Unified Minds codes, we'll make sure that those are getting processed and sent out to you guys so that you guys can all go ahead and play at the same time, right? With the new Unified Minds cards. So that's really exciting. I'm stoked about that. If you want to make sure that you get your codes before Thursday, though, go ahead, place the pre-order on fullgripgames.com now so I can email them to you ahead of time. Otherwise, you might be waiting around for Sean to, get you those codes on release day. So definitely suggest placing pre-orders for those. But let's talk some stuff. We've got some news. Check this out. Dream League, I don't even know what that is, but apparently we've got a new full art N and a new full art Lily. These are pretty stunning artworks for sure. N's Resolve is a supporter that says discard the top 6 cards from your deck, attach all basic energy discarded in this way to one of your bench dragon Pokemon. Had no idea that N just loved dragons so much, but that's pretty cool. Not the N, I don't know, that some of us may have hoped for. Actually, I'm interested to hear what you guys would say. Press 1 in the chat if you wish N would come back to standard format. The N we all know. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw the amount of prize cards that you have remaining. Press 1 if you want N back in standard format. Press 2 if you never want that card back in standard format again. 1 if you want N back in standard. 2 if you're like, nah, good riddance, get that card out of here. I would, personally, I would welcome N right on back in standard for sure. If I never had to play Reset Stamp again, I would be pretty pleased. But, because we got Reset Stamp now, and Reset Stamp just feels worse than N because it's so bad in your opening hand. I hate that. That's something that I really am not stoked about with Reset Stamp, is that I feel like a lot of times it just gets detonated away. That being said, it is still a good card. I am still playing it in many of my lists, so definitely still worth the spot. But N is just so good. And then Lily's Best Effort. Draw 4 cards from your deck. If you have 3 or more cards in your hand at the end of this turn, shuffle cards into your deck until you have 2 cards remaining. That is that's wild. Because just to draw 4 is very strong, right? That's kind of cool. Draw 4 is very strong. You obviously would love a supporter that just said draw 4 cards, no clause at the end. But they obviously think that that's kind of like a little bit powerful. So, draw 4 cards. If you have 3 or more remaining, you have to shuffle until you have 2 remaining. It's not like the worst condition ever, but I don't know that this will be better than anything like Erica's Hospitality or something like that, which is just, draw for the amount of Pokemon your opponent has in play. I think Erica's Hospitality, just kind of direct comparison, is probably a little bit stronger in my opinion. All right, so that's it for the new floor supporters. Really some very cool artwork there. The World's Art. Did you guys see the World's Art? I saw Pablo posting about how he thinks the hippopotamus, the hippopotamus hat, looks like a Tablemon thing, and definitely see the comparison there. Very cute artwork, though, I have to say. I love the new World's Art. I think they did a phenomenal job with it. The whole fossil excavation theme is totally rad. I think Breaks In is a super cool Pokemon, especially using its magic wand. as a torch. I think that's kind of dope. And then he's got a little camera there too. It's just like, I love all the little details you find in these artworks here. That the world's art, I think it's super, super cool. Everybody's got the, the hippo hats, the Bastiodon in the background. What is that, a Tyrantrum or something, an Aerodactyl. Chespin, Piplup, very cute. My favorite is definitely the breaks in, though, with the camera. As a photographer myself, I think that's very cool. And then, of course, the hippo down here in the corner. So excellent stuff. The World's Pikachu plush. I bet that this is probably the plush that we're seeing here. So definitely excited to get that. And yeah, that's going to be it for the DC World Championships. Excited to see what kind of swag we get in our bags as well. Reshiram and Zekrom GX is a card that I've seen people talking about. Apparently, the secret rare version of Reshiram Charizard GX from Dream League has been revealed in an advertisement. This is that secret rare we're talking about. So pretty epic art there. We're seeing the return of N with, kind of into the storyline here with him, being represented in a lot of these artworks and going along with dragon stuff. Very cool. Now, this is an interesting card. I remember reading over it, glancing over it when it was first revealed and being like, it's pretty good. But I don't remember what it does. So let's take a look, read it, talk about it a little bit. Thunderflame Dream. Discard up to 3 in any combination of fire and lightning energy cards from your bench Pokemon. This attack does 90 damage for each card discarded in this way. So it takes a fire and a lightning, and you can discard up to 3 fire or lightning cards from your bench Pokemon, 90 for each one you discard. So 90 times, that's 270 damage, which is crazy because 270 is the new magic number in standard format, right? 200. I know I probably got this in a bad spot. Can't really see the artwork, right? Because let's see, where's OBS? There it is. Beautiful. All right. But yes, so that's craziness to me. 270 is the new 180, right? It used to be that you needed Pokemon to be able to hit that 180 damage mark in order to take, important knockouts. Now that number is a slightly higher 270. So this could do 270. You just need to discard energy off your bench. Immediately, I think that Naganadel comes to mind. If you're not just thinking Naganadel when you read this card, I don't really know, right? I mean, Naganadel just seems like the perfect partner. You have Mysterious Treasure, can search out your dragons and your psychic-type Pokemon. Naganadel's psychic. You can help set up the deck that way. Naganadel just brings the whatever, lightning or fire energy, whichever you choose, right, back to the bench turn after turn. So the idea is that maybe you can use energy switches, right, or something like that in order to keep your energy on your dragon Pokemon, which is pretty righteous. I think that's awesome. An expanded format. I mean, I guess you could have access to double dragon energy, right, in order to fulfill that attack cost just like that. I mean, you could also use electrics in expanded format if you wanted to. Dynamotor to the bench, fulfill the lightning requirement on this thing. But I think that, you could also, use Max Elixir, I guess. But, I think that you're probably going to want some sort of engine that recharges energy, in my opinion. With this card, it just kind of seems like that's the main way to keep this attack rolling turn after turn. So even though you could throw it in a Pikarom deck with maybe a Viridian and a couple of fire energies, as maybe your big finisher in a Pikarom deck, I think it's certainly possible that you could do that. I think it definitely has the potential to be its own deck as well, with some, energy recharging going on. And I think it's kind of interesting thinking about it in a Pikarom deck as an individual attacker, but I don't think you want to necessarily mess up your energy counts. I mean, fire energy can't fulfill any other attack requirement in a Pikarom deck, really. So I think that it's probably going to be best off as its own deck. Let's talk about Crossbreak GX. For 2 fire, 2 lightning, this attack does 170 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon if you played End's Resolve from your hand during this turn. This attack also does 170 damage to another one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, so double 170 snipe. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, I've already forgotten about what End's Resolve does. So like now that I'm like, all right, we got this thing. Let's go read End's Resolve again. Discard the top 6 cards of your deck. Attach all the basic energy cards to one of your bench Dragon Pokemon. Oh, well that's how you accelerate onto this thing. Okay, that's kind of nuts, right? So yeah, you just play with like Naganadels and End's Resolve, and boom, there's your deck right there. So that's pretty rad. I kind of like that. They have the whole archetype kind of spelled out for you, very very simply, and then obviously the the kind of synergy with Naganadel. Very cool. So a nice GX attack, 170 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and then maybe another 170 to another one. Similar to Pikarom, with the Tag Bolt attack. How much extra energy do you need? Oh, no extra energy, just plus if you played End's Resolve. That's it, right? So that's interesting. I think this is the first tag team GX attack that we've seen where it's like there isn't extra energy required. It's just an extra requirement in that if you played a supporter card, a specific supporter card. I don't know if there's another GX attack that has that or on the tag teams as far as like the plus is concerned. I think it's always been energy, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure they've all been energy at this point, but in the chat let me know if I'm wrong on that, because I certainly could be. So that is very cool. What's up, Professor Pine TCG? Thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub and for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. First sub of the week. Awesome stuff. Thank you, Prof Pine. And then what do we got here? Solgaleo and Lunala GX, and some beautiful artwork there, dude. I think Pokemon is absolutely on their game as far as these new full arts, alternative arts go. I mean, they're just really doing a phenomenal job. A lot of the artwork from Unified Minds just absolutely mind-blowing as well. I think the alternative arts have quickly become a lot of players' favorites, myself included. The full art supporters look phenomenal. Everything is looking great as far as card design. So kudos to Pokemon for doing a great job with that. It says here the secret rare version of Solgaleo and Lunala. What's up, Red the Reckless? Thank you so much for that sub. 4 months. Let's go. Appreciate it. Secret rare version of Solgaleo and Lunala GX from Dream League has been revealed. The card is on a billboard that's currently on display over the side of a building in Japan. I'm trying to visit Japan, honestly. That would be amazing. Creatures is sure going all out in their marketing this time around. Thanks go to Fox Fantasy for the photo. Cool stuff. So they got this on a billboard, apparently, which is just awesome. Solgaleo and Lunala GX. For 3 psychic and a colorless, Cosmic Burn, 230 damage. This Pokemon can't use Cosmic Burn during your next turn. And for 2 psychic and a colorless, plus Light of the Goddess, 200 damage. If you played Lily's Best Effort from your hand during this turn, your opponent's next turn, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to each of your Pokemon. So cool. So you can make things invincible if you play Lily from your hand, the Lily's Best Effort card. Also 230 damage. Interesting. So obviously with 270 hit points, psychic requirements. So very cool. Obviously Malamar kind of makes sense as a partner for this, but 230 damage is that awkward number. It's not 270, right? 270 is the number that we need to hit now. Everybody has got 270 hit points nowadays, and if you want to take 3 prizes in one turn, you got to do 270. And our boys Reshiram and Zekrom, they do 270. Good point, Helm CEC. You could use spell tags. It's true. Spell tags do work with the Solgaleo and Lunala GX. You could use those in order to get that extra little umph of damage in. Yo, what's up, Blizzy Memes?